Hello YouTube, this is going to be a one-take video, so sorry about any mistakes or anything that I make. Alright, so this is going to be my vlog about my life as a teenage father. And I'm going to give you the full story from about mid-2008 till about January of 2010. That's how long this whole fiasco starts. That's how long this whole fiasco lasts. So, okay, I'm going to start off by starting no shit. But it started around last summer, late summer. I was just getting done um, farming uncle and with my uncle and aunt, Terry and Mike, and I was up in North Dakota getting packed and ready to leave and go back down to um, South Dakota so I could meet up with all my old friends, get ready for school and shit like that. Well, along the way I get a call, and it's one of my best friends, Daniel. And he says, "Dustin, your girlfriend killed herself." And right off the bat, I'm hysterical. I'm like, "What are you talking about? Calm down. Hold on. What?" He explains to me the whole story, which was really nice of him to do while I was on the road. So the whole way there, all I could think about was, why did she do this? What happened? And when I got down there, they told me that she hung herself. She was she was addicted to alcohol, any prescription drugs that she could get a hold of. I don't know why I was really even dating her, I guess, but so that spun me into depression. So I started drinking a lot. I mean, before I'd just drink like maybe a 12 pack a week. Now I was drinking like a 12 pack in like 2 days, which for me at 14, that's a lot. Back then I was 14, which that was a lot. So, and then around came Christmas time, and I was drunk even at Christmas. I mean, I was just in a hole, basically. So, and well, through most of Christmas, I was actually pretty sober. I did it for my family. I did it so people wouldn't have to see me like that. So, I started. I met up with this girl who my cousin brought along because her family doesn't really celebrate Christmas. They're atheist. So my cousin brought this girl along for just for fun, to show her what Christmas at our house is like, because it gets pretty damn crazy. Um, so me and this girl get to talking. We like similar things, and we're both born in the same year. She complimented my cooking, which apparently I cooked that day. I can't remember that much of it. I just remember that me and her started talking. We had a couple of glasses of wine and then some Budweisers. So, and that night, is when it happened. I woke up the next morning like 3 in the afternoon. I woke up like naked in a trailer, which I asked for because I didn't want to sleep with my parents in the same trailer. But I woke up in the trailer, completely naked. Um, her articles of clothing were laying across the floor. I'm like, oh well, I wouldn't think much of it. Probably just because she wanted to sleep in the same trailer as me, get away from her parents or her friends or something. And she just left her clothes there. So around came January, nothing new, up to about May. And May 15th, 2009, Haley, the girl that I got pregnant, showed up at my door and said, "It's yours." And no matter how much of a good person you are morally and everything, you are always going to have that bit of doubt that says, I don't think this kid's mine. I had it until I saw the blood test, which showed actually it was. And another weird thing that it showed that her and my blood tap, her, Haley's, and my blood type matched. Just a weird fact I thought of sharing about you. So, so from May until October, me and Haley were basically inseparable. Like, probably the only thing that would ever hold us back was the 65 miles that I had to drive to her place. She lived in Chamberlain. I'm living in Mitchell, South Dakota, so that's quite a ways. But every day after school, I would drive down to Chamberlain, see her, stay overnight, and then in the morning I'd have to head up back to Mitchell for school. Unless if it's the weekend, then I'd stay the whole weekend with her. My parents started bitching because they're like, "You shouldn't see her so much." And I'm like, "Well, it's my right for one. For I want to be a part of her life. I want to be a part of the child's life." So there was some pressure from my parents not to see her, but no matter what they said, I was going to see her. Um, so around October, like her due date was really coming up really quick. Um, like before October, like some of the most unbelievable stuff happened. Like you don't really know true love until like you have a baby in between you. Like where you basically have to both of you have to like lean in just to kiss each other because there's a baby in between. It was something. So October rolled along real quick. She was like 8.5 months at this point, and I'm just thinking, holy shit, I'm gonna be a father. Like it never really hit me until like she was laying in a hospital bed because like she was like 2 days away from giving birth. They predicted it like January or October 30th, and so we were in the hospital, and she was laying down on the 18th. And while we were there, we like had like we decided to do something. I know this seems real childish, but we both signed a paper saying that no matter what happened to this child or us, both of us would agree to take care of it and to love each other. So we both signed it. We have it locked away in a safe, which is like 3 feet to my right or your left, whichever. And she has a copy of it at her place. Um, but October 20th, her water broke, and I cannot describe the feeling of her getting rushed to the delivery room. I was allowed in there to hold her hand and comfort her. And it's it's like amazing to see a little 6 pound piece of heaven that you can call your own. It's unbelievable. Um, she stayed in the hospital for like 3 days. Then she was able to come home to her place, and I was there for like the whole next week with her. And the first time she opened her eyes, that was unbelievable. I mean, to me, like me, I missed a week of school just to be with my child. Best week of my life. I mean, there's there's always gonna be that point of shock, of fear, of happiness. I mean, happiness overall. But there's always gonna be that little bit of fear with that too. I mean, fear of am I gonna be a good parent? Am I gonna be a good father? Am I gonna be a good boyfriend or girlfriend? But if God had a manual for kids, there wouldn't be as many as unique ones as we have today. I mean, my niece and nephew, right out there, those two are like the second and third big joys of my life. Third and fourth. And I mean, they just provided me with like a great deal of happiness and love, and I'm expecting that from the time that I get to visit little Madison. Yes, I named her Madison. Madison Lucy Hope. That's her full name. And my last name isn't Hope. No, we had to. Well, we didn't have to, but me and Haley decided to give her up for adoption because we're both 15